Do you love to play Magic Online but have a tight budget? Check out Mtgo Academy's Academy Budget Bot in the Magic Online Classifieds. All cards in stock are cheaper than one event ticket.
Hello, everybody. We are about to play Round 2 of Classic Quarter Classic League. I still have, Round 2 of Classic Quarter Classic League Qualifier Tournament 2 2014, featuring the Classic Quarter Invitational. I'm playing against my buddy Scott Enderfall, who writes Unlocking the Vault for Mtgo Academy. Check out his series. He is playing he's already qualified, so I think he's playing a comic deck. It's not entirely comic. I think it could work. It'd kill me. But it's a little bit of a riskier venture. So it's got Talrand, 4 Cobras, Brainstorm's Forces, 4 Gush, Lotus Petals, 2 Kioras, 2 Jaces, 2 Abrupt Decays, Mental Misstep, 4 Lotus Petal for mana fixing and ramp. We've got Vault Key. We've got a Tezzeret in here, a single Mystical Tutor, Ral Zarek to help with the Time Vault thing, some tutoring action, Fast Bond, a single Flusterstorm Mana Drain. We've got only 18 lands, which I think is my hopeful way to win. In the board, he's got another Flusterstorm and Mana Drain that he might bring in. Pyroblast and Red Elemental Blast. This doesn't do much against me. And Abrupt Decay is actually pretty bad against me. So I think he brings in a couple of cards to solidify his match against me. What's important is me being able to counter the right spells. My spell snares aren't very good because I think he only has 6 main deck 2 casts. So we'll get started right away. All right, we are about to receive the challenge from Mr. Enderfall. I don't believe, actually I know for a fact that's not actually his last name. Here is just a reminder of what our deck looks like. I should have won the last round, but I punted a couple of instances against Enric. The last of which, I don't want to spoil it. I guess go watch that. It was actually a pretty exciting match. But I basically forgot how Thought Lash worked, and the result was me losing. So we'll wish our opponent good luck. I guess we need to win this to stay in the tournament and make it into Classic League, or I need to 4-0 a DE, which I'm going to keep trying to do. I can't play a real deck, though. That's the problem. What is this? Wow. I really wish we had one more land and one fewer horrible artifact. This is actually not horrible because I can brainstorm these, but I really want to draw a blue source or another fetch. Being on the draw is actually fine with this hand. Our opponent mulls to 6. We are going to keep this, but I am not happy with this hand. As far as I'm concerned, these 2 cards don't exist in my hand. So I'll just plan on, I don't know, using them to counter something, not exactly sure. Okay, that makes things a little bit more interesting. Now it feels like these are actual cards. I'm not going to cast that right away, though. All right, so we'll drop this. I will hope I don't have to crack it to Brainstorm. Let me check real quick to see what his mana base looks like in terms of Wastelands and Strip Mines. He has no Wastelands or Strip Mines. That's good. That means I can just search for whatever I want. So that's good news. We'll F4 through this, and we'll hope we see another land, hopefully a fetch or just a blue source, and that I don't have to cast anything right now. I will Brainstorm off the fetch if I need to see what the next few cards are, but I'm not very happy about it because if I don't find anything good up there, we're just basically stuck. And all the mana crypts in the world won't help us hit 6 mana. Yeah, because we're trapped at 4 here. So if we don't have lands in the top 3, that puts us in a bad situation. I'd really rather not have to crack it. I might actually drop the Riptide in the Forest because we already have a late game here in Plat Angel and Wormcoil. Alright, so he's cracking both his lands. He's going to drop something. He's probably nervous about playing something into a Spell Snare because he knows I've got 3 of them in the deck, that I can cast them, and that, like, since he doesn't have a lot of 2 casts, that if I get some efficiency off of a Spell Snare, it's pretty good for me. Okay, so he's down to 3 cards in hand. Whatever this is, I'm going to take an attempt to counter it. Alright, this is a Jace. We're going to try to counter that. The question is, do I want to Brainstorm here? Or do I want to just force this? And I think I just want to force this, throwing away the Riptide. Because I'd rather not Brainstorm until I have another blue source, if possible. So this is a Gush in response. Now the question is, do I want to Brainstorm? Because Spell Snare doesn't help at this point. let's think about our deck. Let's not go to his deck right here. Misstep doesn't do anything. Spell Snare doesn't do anything. I would have to find Force and blue. I'm not doing it. Alright. See what happens here. If he lands that Jace, I'm in some serious trouble. It also makes my fetch land significantly more valuable. Alright, so we got the Jace. We countered it. And now he's not in the best position, and we can wasteland his next land. That's not what I wanted to see. It's at least blue, I guess. We'll drop this. I'm going to again pass the turn. I'm not even sure I want to use this wasteland. I'm sure I don't want to have to use it, but I might. Because he's used a fetch land, and he's got, what, a Trop Island and an Underground Sea in his hand? Excuse me, sorry about that. Oh, man. So now that we could find a mental misstep for. That changes things a little bit. I mean, he could play like a Voltaic Key with this. He's got another land in his hand. I'm letting this happen. I think the odds of hitting a misstep are low. And I'm not going to crack the Wasteland now. Though I might want to do that to eliminate the Gush possibility here in a minute. Let's see what we got. Force is not the worst thing in the world, for sure. But the question is now, do I want to see if I can hit another land drop here? Hopefully a fetch land. I'm going to do this right now. Is there a reason to not have an Underground Sea? Let's just find a friggin' island. Alright. Storm. Alright, we hit a Delta. I couldn't ask for more. Now the question is, do I want to toss... I definitely want to toss away the Plat. Screw that. What else do I want to toss away? I guess I just keep the Riptide and toss away the Worm Coil, and then we can just find it later if we need. That seems to make sense to me. So then we play this. We can't mana drain this turn, but we can definitely force again. And next turn we can play our Riptide, but I think it's probably more valuable just to kill the Underground Sea and plan on, I hope, brainstorming into one more land and not drawing, making the same mistake I did last match where I forgot to crack away the Worm Coil. Though I did remember to crack away the Emrakul. Alright, so let's get this out of here. Alright, not going to brainstorm now because I want to see one extra card with it. That's a Spell Snare. Let's brainstorm now because I really want to make a land drop here, and we can. So that's good. We can't shuffle it away, but this definitely helps our turn. I'm not going to play the Mana Crypt this turn, but I think I might want to play that Wasteland. So... Let's drop this island down. And then... No, we want to play that next turn. We don't care about the Riptide right now. So let's put that down too. Not going to play that next turn either. And then the island. So then I play this, and I destroy his Trop. Not sure what he's thinking about. Maybe he was just for me to think. He doesn't have that many duels, so... Or that many lands in general. So the question here is, do I play... I don't think I'm worried about the Spell Snare. I'd rather just use it to pitch to force. So I'm going to play the Mana Vault here. And now I pass. And we'd like to not have to use our Force of Will this turn. Maybe I should have done things in a different order. It's too bad that he had that, though. Because right now I'm looking to play the Riptide. So maybe I just played things, in completely the wrong order. If I play this Mana Crypt, it means I can Force a Will and Spell Snare. I can do that anyway. I will Spell Snare anything I have the opportunity to Spell Snare. Unfortunately, I do not have enough blue to be able to Riptide all in one turn. Very unfortunate. I didn't counter that because this doesn't do anything without a fetch land. If he has a fetch land, it means that he gains some value, but I'm okay with that. Nope, let's scroll this down. Alright. Yeah, so the doctors tell me that my pneumonia should have gotten better by now, and it's definitely better than it was before, but I'm still coughing a bit. They said I would keep coughing. My right ear is extremely low volume for me to hear out of for most of the day. Okay, he missed a land drop, so I'm feeling pretty confident at this point. We're going to draw a Riptide. And then after that, the cards are going to be mysteries again. I'm going to drop this here. Even though we can't blow this up this turn, which is unfortunate. So this puts me on no counter magic besides the Force if I do all this. I think that's okay. So let's leave the Mana Vault untapped. I'd rather keep that for a rainy day. I think that's right. Not sure. This will probably become an Emrakul. And this is the turn we have to survive. After that, we have enough flexibility that we can handle whatever he throws at us. Because we can just crack this. What are we going to want to... I assume we want to search for an Emrakul. The other option is Frost Titan. I don't think we'd want to find anything else in this matchup. Mystical Tutor, we are during his upkeep? Yeah. That's a little scary. Okay, that's fine. Do it. He probably finds some way to eliminate an Emrakul? There's no Stifle. Maybe a Gush to draw cards. That doesn't seem that strong, actually. Maybe a Vamp Tutor, but that's really slow. Maybe a Brainstorm, honestly. I don't think he has a lot of options, especially since it means he's not drawing a land. Is there a Tinker in his deck? I don't believe so. No. So, we should be in shape. That didn't help me. Yeah, so I guess we were good not to counter it. I don't actually know what he said here, because Moto cut it off. That didn't help me at all. Okay, well that's good to know. I think we've got this game, basically, we've got our win condition on the board. Okay, yeah, so he concedes. We'll go to game 2. Now, this is an interesting question. Phyrexian Brokers can help with his Planeswalkers, but he might bring in Golgari Charms to deal with them. Or Seeds of Innocence, I doubt it, but it's possible. There are also artifacts, which is good because they give me something to basically do the Pyroblast. Also, they can name like Vault, Key, Tezzeret. I think I gotta bring them in. So that'll be one thing I presumably do here. Does Surgical Extraction really work for me in this matchup? I don't believe it does. He's got enough one-ofs that it isn't that powerful. Might be able to remove his forces or something. Or part of his mana base, but that's not so extraordinary to me. Cataract Leviathan is an interesting option. Might be able to pull me back into a game. I think I cut at least 2 of the spell turns. I might leave a random one-of in. True Name doesn't do that much. I might even consider cutting it. It can kill his Planeswalkers, actually, so that might be worth bringing in. Gilded Drake kind of sucks. What else sucks? Venser? Venser's fine. Consecrated Sphinx flies, so I guess it can kill his guys. Platinum Angel? I don't know if he has a good way to deal with it besides his Planeswalkers. Let's keep it in. Let's cut the Worm Coil. I don't really feel like that's good. And we're not really playing against a deck that can, like, burn us out. Agreed. Can't wait for sweet vintage. Alright, so we've got a hand that sets us up. We can counter something. We've got our Force again, which is basically awesome. A Mental Misstep is good against him. Force is probably going to want to pitch a Venser. Look at this guy. Weird mask, man. Different game if those are two Moxes, for sure. Then again, if he's playing Moxen, I get to not be playing a shitty deck like this. Look at this guy. He just loves the alphabet from Futurama in between his hands. Alright. This seriously looks like a Futurama character to me. Okay. These look like 3 heads. The problem with this island is it looks like it must be really small, or those heads must be really big. Anson Maddox, what were you trying to do here? Should have made your thing more like these caribou on Jesper Mirfor's Tundra. Alright, now we're not going to mull this. He took a while to figure out if he wanted to keep, so his hand must be questionable. Mine is certainly not. He doesn't have anything on turn 1, which is bad for a Mental Misstep, but probably good for us in general. Here's our win con. Well, both those are win cons. So let's drop this. Pass. I fully anticipate this turn involving, I don't know, maybe he'll play a 2-drop, which will make me sad, like Lotus Cobra, because I boarded out my smell snares. I wish they were called that. Yeah, there's a Lotus Cobra. I don't care. He already used a fetch. He might have another fetch. He's got a lot of fetches in his deck. I just don't care. I'd rather he play something that costs a lot so I can mana drain it. Alright, how many... Maybe something I should have looked at were how many 1-drops... Yeah, he's got Brainstorms. And his own Missteps, and Fast Bond, and Flusterstorm, which is mediocre to Misstep, and Soul Ring, and Vamp Tutor and Mystical Tutor. Okay, I feel good about keeping in the Missteps. Okay, so this turn, I want to win a counter war with a mana drain. That's what I want to happen here. That's just going to get misstepped. I don't give a fuck. Misstep that shit. Whoop! Alright, so good. I feel like we just won that war, because our spell was way worse than his spell. And his is foil, too. And this guy is using that unbelievable Listerine stuff. Actually, he's using that Orbit's gum that makes men kiss ladies. Alright, or ladies kiss men. I don't even know what it does. Is that Orbit's? I don't know. This is going to be a problem for our Jace. We're going to have to bounce that. He didn't play a spell that we felt... Oh, that's so good. If we can mana drain something insane and then we rip a blue source, we can rip ride all the way home. Or something. Pretend I said something normal there. Something cool. Please cast a spell. Oh, come on, man. Alright. Fuck. Okay, so now we're in getting beaten down by his Lotus Cobra mode. I don't know how to feel about... I do know how to feel about that. It's bad that he has a clock, even if it's this. Therese Nilsson. Please illustrate us a snake framed in flowers. Excuse me. Please illustrate us island fish Jesconius covered in moss. What do you think this was? Please illustrate... Arnie, please illustrate a ghost attacking a crab with its own claw. Please illustrate us a lady who is thrusting her chest out into a pile of lava. Alright, come on. Get me something good here. That was not what I wanted to see. I'm actually going to have to discard this turn. And I have a feeling that this or this is going to get discarded. I'll tell you what it's going to be. It's actually going to be this. And the reason for that is because this I can cast off a mana drain when it eventually happens. So dump this crap. Maybe I should have pitched this. This win con sucks when I can just... I don't know. I almost boarded this out. But if right now we're a Worm Coil, I'd feel even better. Oh my god! What a jerk! Okay. We are gonna mana drain this. That feels pathetic. I mean, it's too bad, because, like, one land with a Venser deals all this stuff, but I can't then land a Jace. And so that mana drain resolved, which is good news. If we draw a land, I'd probably try to land the Cobra. I'm sorry, by Cobra I mean Sphinx. That guy's got a cool head. I like him. Okay, so we're going to have a lot of land here. No, just the one. We eat some damage. I really wouldn't mind drawing a blue... Fuck. Okay, so instead we're stuck playing the old rip. No, that's got to be wrong. We have to run Jace out, right? But if I draw a land, then I can just kill him. I don't think that's very reliable. Let's drop this gentleman. Let's drop Futurama character. It's like Fry in a Halloween costume. He's got to have a counterspell for this. Okay, so he exiles Mystical Tutor. That feels pretty good. We're going to force that. And he could cast a Flusterstorm, which would cause me to be very sad. I feel like Consecrated Sphinx is now bad. So we're pitching that. Does Jace land? Must. Because I have always what I need. Okay, well that's going to resolve, because I've got no options there. Let's see what happens. I have a theory that he should not have let the Force resolve. His Force or mine. Mine really is the key Force, because then he could have ripped a Flusterstorm there. We're going to bounce this. I think that's better than... No, because I can't even counter it. Well, he's not going to replay it, though. Screw this. I'm bouncing this. I'm not brainstorming. Maybe I should have brainstormed. Maybe that was just wrong, and now he's just going to kill me. But he's got so many cards in his hand, too. He has to do something, or he has to discard. Not sure if that was right. I was a little, like, greedy there to clean up the board of permanents. I used to do that in chess. Like, whenever I could have the queens trade, I would just want them to, so I didn't have to worry about them. But that seems wrong to me. Alright, there's a Cobra. I don't care about that this time. Because we're going to be able to defend against that for sure. Alright, let's draw land. Let's brainstorm. Brainstorming has to be right here. Because we have to see a land. Okay, let's put that away. And let's put that away. And let's play this. I think the right move here is to drop multiple Revokers. And whichever one resolves probably names Time Vault. Maybe both resolve. I mean, you could, like, Tezzeret. I don't know. So, we'll name a Time Vault. No, we'll name Lotus Petal. That has to be right. Because the first one... God damn it. This... I'll probably name Bushy Tenderfoot, the way that this works. On accident. Alright, Lotus Petal. Name that shit. So now we can't use his Lotus Petal right now. And now we play another one. And this one names Time Vault. Alright, so then chances are what we do is we just have... I don't know, you could play like a Ral Zarek, and I would be really sad. You would just kill Jace. Yeah, maybe I should pop this guy up too as soon as I can. I know that the next card is an Emrakul after what I draw next turn, which is another Rip Shape. So I kind of want to brainstorm those things away. But maybe it's better just to get the Emrakul fucking out of there. Oh, this is bad. Blue, that's fine. As long as I don't see a red. Is he just passing to combat? That would be okay. Nope. Something's going to happen here. Alright, so this could be Ral Zarek. If this is Ral Zarek, I'll be real sad. What's happening? Okay, well, I wouldn't want to name that, so I feel okay about that. This is going to +2. And I hope he looks at the top card of my library, because that's going to end up staying there, I guess. Actually, I guess there's a chance I'll make it go away. Nah, he's brainstorming. That is probably right. Okay. So, being at 2, like, it was probably a mistake to bounce the Cobra. I should have just brainstormed, taken a swing for 1. No, pushed him down to 1. And then I would have had another opportunity to brainstorm. The way things stand now, I don't really know anything that's in his hand. This thing is not possibly going to get in there. I don't think. Okay, it is. So we want to keep our Jace around. That seems to me obvious. Do I worry about Time Vault or do I worry about Lotus Petal? I'm not really all that worried about Lotus Petal, to be honest. So let's get this out of here. I mean, he can still bounce this and then Time Vault. So there's that. We can bounce this and name Jace. There's that, but then he might be able to counter it. That would be kind of an interesting play, but I really don't want to draw an Emrakul next turn. So let's brainstorm again. And we've got Venser this turn to do something with. Get this guy out of here and get this guy out of here. That's fine. We can play a Rip this turn. Seems bad. This turn is a little scary to me, though. Like, so I'm gonna get in there and attack Jace. We've got like a suite of counter spells that we have. And I think it's a good idea to keep the Venser up. Could be wrong about that. Kind of just want to Venser the Jace back to his hand now, but that's obviously wrong. Like, maybe the Riptide is the right play. And then I just don't have counter mana for 1 turn. That has to be wrong. Having counter magic has to be right. And if I get to mana drain something, that means that then I can go off, basically. Alright. So that allows him to get a fresh brainstorm. Now, I could try to Venser right now, bouncing the Jace. Then you just recast it. Means he doesn't get to do anything this turn. It would cut off, like, he would still get to brainstorm, but he wouldn't be able to do anything else. Maybe that would have been the right play. Okay, so brainstorming, that's fine, I think. The way things stand, like, finding an Emrakul is pretty bad during my turn. When I said go off, that actually seems horrible. Like, I could find a Revoker named Jace. That would be horrible, too. What do I have in my deck? I could find a True Name to kill his Jace. That's kind of cool. Whatever. At this point, that Mana Crypt, I don't think it matters. I guess he can hard cast a Force now. So maybe that does matter. But I definitely didn't want to mana drain it. Okay, there's a Talrand. I don't know how I feel about that guy. Actually, I know quite how I feel about that guy. I want that guy to go away. If he's got a Flusterstorm, I'm boned. Like, my mana drain is definitely getting countered. But at least he plays whatever spell before Talrand hits play. Oh, shit. Okay. Alright, so... Let's see. Maybe the way I do this is I cast this on this Flusterstorm, and then I pay 3. Probably should have put it on one of these, because, like, this way, if you were playing Snapcaster, you could, like, Snapcast it, maybe. Alright. So we're going to try and pay for all these Flusterstorms. Boop! Okay. Boop. Hey, Becky, do you like my noises?
I'm used to them.
Boop. All right, so does Mana Drain resolve? Whatever the case, I'm happy. Yeah! I'm happy that, he didn't get to gush after landing a Talrand. So we need to off his Jace and go off with a Riptide in one turn, drawing all the land from last game. Okay, so that's a sign that we're going to take this game, I think. So let's make a bunch of mana. Yep. And let's cast this. And we know what the next card in our library is. So let's blow this up. And we're gonna name Eldrazi. And then we're going to attack into his Jace. I mean, he could draw another Jace. Totally plausible. We can't, like, play this again and name Jace. Because we don't have the mana. Oh! No! Okay, well, at least his Jace is dead. God damn. Okay. That's funny. So, oh, man. I deserve to... Let's see what's on the top of our deck. It would be too much to ask for another force. I'll tell you what I don't want. Have we already played a land this turn? I don't believe we have. I don't think I want this Platinum Angel anytime soon. I don't need this Jace right now. So let's do that. Let's drop this. Pass the turn. Sad day for Emrakul, who's going to sit in my hand. But this will go back in my deck a little bit. So I guess I should have found True Name. What a bummer. Okay, well, at least his Jace has to die. Abrupt Decay, man. Should have found something else. That's pretty cool, though. Okay, so Jace essentially trades for my win con. We have another Rip Shape here, which is fine. I really want to bump this up to 2. Up 2 so it doesn't get Ral Zarek in one hit. Please don't be a Ral Zarek. No! Okay, so now my Jace is dead. But that's okay, we're going to draw another Jace. Yeah. Okay. Man, this just totally kills Riptide Shapeshifter. Alright, so... Tap target permanent, untap another. What do we want to do here? Do we play the Jace? I mean, if we play the Rip Shape, it forces him to kill the Riptide Shapeshifter. But that's also like our win con route. Maybe that's the way to go, just because it sucks. I don't know if I really like that idea, though. I'm okay with him... I don't know, he could have, like, Time Vault. He could just win with a Time Vault. But then he could win with a Time Vault anyway, whether or not I have a Riptide Shapeshifter out. We're playing the Jace. And we're going to see if he resolves first. There's a Platinum Angel on top of my deck that I certainly don't want to draw. Okay. Well, he's going to put something on top of his deck that I want to put on the bottom, I guess? I don't know. That allows him to have a little bit more information. He could also force me here. Frankly, I'd rather have a Platinum Angel on top of my deck than this Emrakul. Let's think for a minute. Does he have any way to win through Platinum Angel? Does he have a way to even kill it? This can't kill it. No, he could bounce it with another Jace. So he does have a route. If he's taking infinite turns, he can kill our Jace. Alright, so we're looking at the top. So Platinum Angel isn't that extraordinary. Means if he's got Time Vault, we lose anyway. So we want to move that to the bottom. And now Jace stays alive for a turn. Anyway. This means he uses the tap untap ability, taps an island probably. He wins another flip. I can't really get mad at him for that. Vents are here. Wonder if I could be doing something with him. That's kind of how I feel about this. If this is time vault again, we lose. And there's a good shot it could be. Nah, it's just a Lote Cobe. That's not the end of the world. Okay, let's see. This turned out to be an exciting match between, like, two mentally handicapped... Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm pretty sure this just causes us to lose. Like, 90% sure? Alright, so let's go to game 3. Fucking Ral Zarek, man. Alright, so I think there are probably things I could have done differently that game. Let's see if I had, I would have drawn those cards, and then Brainstorm would have been... That wouldn't have helped. Alright, so, yeah, that kind of sucked, but didn't suck really any less than I expected. I don't really think I need to board that differently. This doesn't even do much. I could board a Spell Snare back in, I guess. Board like this and Jester out. Doesn't seem very good. Just have additional counter magic. Like, Worm Coil could do the job because it can just swing for a lot, and it's cheaper than Platinum Angel. Maybe it's just better than Platinum Angel because it's cheaper, but I actually think, like, Platinum Angel isn't so bad sometimes because it flies over as Lotus Cobras to kill a Planeswalker. So let's roll with this. Yeah, we'll play first. We got a Spell Snare in hand, which I'm actually okay because it can kill a Lotus Cobra. And even though this is a one-lander, I'm going to keep it. It's got a Brainstorm and it's got Mana Crypt. Not the best hand by any means, but we've also got Force backup. So I'm fairly confident that I'll be able to hit something. I might not, though. I don't have a shuffle effect, so we definitely need to see something good in the next few cards. And what would be ideal is if he, I was going to say if he does something with Lotus Cobra here. Like, the question is, do I want to Brainstorm this turn? Because if I do it during my turn... Ugh. Alright, well, I'm going to do this, and we're going to hope we hit something. If we don't, it's a sad day for AJ Town. Yeah, that's getting misstepped. Does this mean he's going to Flusterstorm? Maybe? No. And we see 3 lands, including a fetch. Alright, so this is how we're doing this. We're putting them back in this particular way. Do I want the Riptide or do I want the Consecrated Sphinx? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6. That is 6. Maybe that's just better than the Riptide. I'm going to assume that it is. But I kind of want to keep one of these lands. I would be willing to crack the Forest to the Consecrated Sphinx. So we're going to put this back and roll like that, and now I can Spell Snare a Lotus Cobra if necessary. And the next turn I can actually just hardcast a Force. Yeah, let's try to make this go away. Come on, baby. Yeah! Alright, no clock on me today. So the question is, do I want to crack this through the next card? And I don't actually know yet. But I do know this. I think I want to play the Mana Crypt here. Gives us information, and also it'll allow us to hardcast a Force. Which, I guess is bad in the sense that you could Flusterstorm it. So I'll have to seriously think about that. But it looks like he isn't doing that at all. So the question is, do I want to draw a Riptide Shapeshifter here? I think the answer is yes, actually. Okay, we lost. That's okay. So I draw the Riptide. I play this. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We crack all these. He could have a Mana Drain here. I guess that would be super sad for me if he had Mana Drain and Force. Alright, let's play like standard legal cards. Okay, Okay, so there's a force. And the question is, do I want to waste these last cards in my hand just to try and counter this when he could have a mana drain? Because he kept all his mana up. That also could just be because he didn't have anything to do. He's got a lot of planeswalkers. So I'm going to try this. Not sure if that's right. Let's see if this resolves. Doesn't look like it's... Oh, it does! Alright, come on, live, man. Whenever opponent draws a card, we can draw 2. I would like to draw 2. Yes. Alright, that's not so bad. I mean, this is no Emrakul, but it certainly isn't horrible. It could just get back. Oh. Okay. That's horrible. So now our Mana Crypt is going to kill us. Eventually. But we play this right away, pretty clearly, and we see what we get. And we get a Jace, and some other good stuff. Wow. What a hand. Yeah, this is interesting, but I actually think I just dumped these 2 cards here. Like, I don't need this Tundra. This turns into a Soul Ring. I have to do some quick math. This is 5. This is 6 total. Yeah, we can't hard cast a... We have to cast a Jace this turn. So, fuck this. Fuck this. Let's make this happen. And it does. And the question is, do I look at the top card of his deck, or do I draw 3 cards? I really would like to draw 3 cards and to get beyond the next 2 shitty cards. And I would like to have... Do I need this misstep? I think we go like this. Tundra and Force. We just play the Soul Ring. Even though it's a card to put on top of our deck, I'd rather have that mana. And then we pass the turn. Being ever vigilant about this Mana Crypt, which could kill us. Maybe I was just greedy there with that Soul Ring, but now I can cast pretty much any creature in my deck. And Platinum Angel can keep us alive through our own Mana Crypt. I mean, he can Abrupt Decay. Well, the Mana Crypt. I guess that doesn't do very much good. Kiora, how bad is this for us? I don't think we want him to be able to do this. I don't want him drawing that many cards. He could counter this with a Force of Will. I guess that happens. And so the next card is going to be a land, and we want to brainstorm through that. That's bad. Yeah, so let's draw 3 cards, put 2 back. This Spell Snare is not very good. Yeah, and this will be the last fetch land we ever crack, because I do not want to go to another multiple of 3. We need to get... We're going to die of this Mana Crypt this game, most likely. That is okay with me. What are we going to do about this Crypt? I mean, at this point, we're almost playing on autopilot. Because, well, we don't want to draw this. Let's get that up here. Let's win this flip. Yes! Alright, that's good, that's good. Drawing another Jace is interesting, I suppose. Let's draw 3 cards. Oh my god, can we hardcast that? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... No, that's gonna take a while. That's funny, though. So, let's put this back, and are we just going to brainstorm now? I guess we are. I don't think there's any reason not to, so we see 1 card deeper. That's fine. Wasteland is not what we wanted to see here. So let's drop this. We could play another Jace and brainstorm again. That seems absolutely horrible. We need to hedge our bets just a little bit. Let's kill this. Pass the turn. I recognize that means it's going to be a little harder for me to hardcast an Emrakul, but so be it. Alright. He cracks that. We need to kill him fast. We need to draw like a serious win con. Maybe I shouldn't have been so frivolous with my earlier Riptide Shapeshifters. Alright. Cracking another fetch is super bad for us, too, so... let's just not lose any of these flips. Yes! That's magic! Alright, so... let's draw 3. Yeah, we know this is here. Oh, God, a fetch land? Are you kidding me? I'm going to play the Polluted Delta, but it basically cuts off a half a turn for me. And I don't know if that's worth it. I don't think it is. I really want to find that worm coil. Did I leave the worm coil in the deck, or did I board it out? I don't actually remember. No, I think I left it out because I had made some comment that was stupid. I'm going to... do I crack this? I don't think I do. Oh my god! Okay, so we could pull this baby out. Do I want to see this... I feel like we crack this now. Yeah, we need to see some of those remaining lands. Let's brainstorm again. Find something that wins. There, that's not bad. All right. We don't need this, and we don't need this. Put those back in the deck. Let's play this. Let's no. Let's blow up his volcanic island. Come on. Let that happen. Okay. He didn't float anything. Now let's play a Platinum Angel. Come on. Come on. Platinum Angel, resolve. I've been brainstorming it repeatedly to the top of my deck until I can. But I shuffled it away. Alright. Anyway, this is probably better than Emrakul anyway. Not really. Not convinced of that. Brainstorm? No. That could be bad, because that means he can, like, Red Blast something. So I don't know if that was right. But I didn't want him to get the card advantage this turn when I can't hardcast the Force. Is he GGing? Doesn't he have a way to get rid of this? I guess he's conceding here. I'm going to let that resolve. I don't even know how it would beat me. I guess it doesn't. Alright, so... yeah, we'll probably go to negative life here. Close. Let's not bounce our Platinum Angel. That's something we don't want to do. Do I need to do anything before combat? I don't think there's a reason to do anything before combat. I could be wrong. So I don't know why he hasn't conceded yet. That's okay. At this point in the game, it might be worthwhile to look at the top card of his deck. So let's do that. Lotus Cobra, I am okay with, so let's keep that on the top. Maybe this... no, he's going to win his flips too. So I basically lucked out this game because of Mana Crypt. Mana Crypt is the fairest card ever. And that's okay with me. I don't care if that's there. So we're going to keep doing the same thing. Maybe he just wants to see if we're going to get to go to negative life here. That would be kind of fun. Yeah, we'll go to negative life. Yes. I guess I want to look at the top cards here before I attack. That is funny because it can keep the game from ending right now. Yeah, let's put that on the bottom. Not sure if that's right, honestly. We're gonna get in there with Platinum Angel. Maybe I should have left that up there. It just seemed like it caused too many risks. And we've got this Force. I don't know. not sure if that's right. I'm going to play this Tundra. I could play another Jace and do it again. Maybe that would have been the smart play there. No, well... Yeah, you know what? I actually bet playing that Jace and Fate Sealing him again would have been right. Because now he has a space where he has 2 cards that he could use. And if Gush is one of them, that gives him some potential. Kiora is the one he must be looking for. Is this Ral? Tap target permanent, then untap another. So you could take infinite turns, but I would just counter the Time Vault. Yeah, we're going to let this resolve. Scares me a little. Yeah, he needs a Jace here. Okay, we'll float a blue, I guess. Alright. I mean, we can hit a Revoker and name Jace, too. And that would probably be good for us. If we have to move something else to the bottom, I'm definitely going to play another Jace over it and see if it resolves. Alright, so let's see how low we can go. And we can go pretty low. There's Revoker. So, I mean, he can just kill the Revoker then with the Ralzeric. Yeah. So, let's look at the top card of his library. Abrupt Decay. No, we're going to keep that up there. And then that means we have to survive one more turn. So let's just attack him. And I don't really think it's important to play the Jace then. Because he's going to draw an Abrupt Decay. I will play this. And I guess I'll play this. I don't know. Like, I feel like I should name Jace with the Phyrexian Revoker. It would have to be the card in his hand. Okay, so he conceded. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. I will see you again later for round 3.